So hey guys, I welcome you all to HS Academy, advancing HS profession through awareness. So guys, in today's video, under our fire and safety book review series, today we are going to review one book. That name is Safety in Chemical Plants Industry and Its Management by Khanna Publishers. Okay, so this particular video is going to be very informative for you. If you are searching for a book that is basically if you're looking for a book that is basically a mid-level or it's a basic book for chemical safety, then this book is going to be very useful for you. Okay, so as you have seen the book, how book looks in the title, basically in the thumbnail. So let me show you this book again. This is the book which we are going to review. That name is Safety in Chemical Plants Industry and Its Management by Khanna Publishers. So let's get straight to the video. But before, if you are visiting to our channel first time, then kindly subscribe to our channel so you can get the beneficial videos like that in the near future. So let's get started. So guys, first of all, let me introduce this book for you. So basically this book consists of 25 chapters. Basically around 25 chapters are available in this book with a length of 854 pages. Totally 854 pages are available there. And if you see the pricing, it will be around 280 rupees. Okay, so now we have done with the basic information. Now let me give you the contents. What are all the contents available there and how they will help you to enhance your knowledge. Okay, so there are around 25 chapters available in this book. First is your safety, health and environmental management system. It means occupational health and safety management systems. What you have studied in NIBOSH, like ILO, OSH 2001, OSHA 18001 and all. So you are going to study all that inside particular first chapter. After that, chapter number 2 is occupational health and safety management systems as per OSHA 18001. It means as you know that ILO, OSH 2001 and OSHA 18001, two management systems we have studied in NIBOSH. So specifically chapter number 2, we are focusing on OSHA 18001, that is your occupational health and safety management system, which is now migrated to ISO 45001. Okay, so you are going to study that in second chapter. After that, chapter number 3 is overview of industrial safety management. It means they will tell you what basically industrial safety management is. You are going to study some basic concepts with regard to industrial safety management, like what is safety, what is hazard, okay, what is risk management, what is risk assessment. Okay, some basic tools with regard to industrial safety management. Now if we look at the chapter number 4 of this particular book, this is your organization, administration and management responsibility in the field of safety. It means whatever your management is there. Okay, it may be mid-level managers, it may be your supervisors, it may be your directors. So what is their responsibility with regard to safety basically? Okay, or in the simple terms you can tell that within an organization how the responsibilities can be distributed to the different levels of persons who are working within an organization. Now if we look at the chapter number 5, that is your an overview of risk analysis and risk management. It means it will be totally focusing on your risk analysis technique as well as risk management technique. As you know that risk management I haven't covered in that particular channel about risk management, but in the near future we will cover something about that. So risk analysis and risk management you are going to cover. You will be studying what are the types of risk, how you can transmit the risk to other parties, how you can manage the risk within your organization, each and everything about risk. Okay, if we come to the chapter number 6, that is your risk in chemical plants. Now it is very important when you are studying about the chemical safety, about the process industries, so you should know what are all the risks available in a chemical plant. So it may include your fire and explosions, detonation, deflagrations, as well as release of toxic and hazardous gases, collisions with the pipelines and structures, major spills and also all you are going to study in chapter number 6, as well as with regard to your explosion venting devices and tank fittings and all. So all these you are going to study in chapter number 6 of that particular book. Now if we come to the chapter number 7, that is your risk and hazard management in plants. Again, it is basically this chapter will be your you can say it's a management based chapter. It will not be technical. Technical will be your risk in chemical plants. Now by using administrative controls, how you can control these risks. So they will tell you in chapter number 7, that is your risk and hazard management in plants. Okay, if we come to the chapter number 8, that is your fuel, fire, its management, hazardous risk from some processes and industries, their control. Now as we know that we have lots of types of industries which uses different type of fuels in their respective processes. So these fuels, when we store in our industries, so they pose different type of hazard. It may be a fire and explosion hazard, it may be a release hazard if it's a gas means. Okay, so at that time how can we safely store these fuels in our organization? Okay, so a different type of fuels they will take and different type of methodologies as well as special methodologies they will tell you how you can store them safely. It will be like the NFP, what I have told you in fire protection handbook. It will be like that, 50% of like that. Okay, now if we come to the next chapter, that will be your regarding basically 9th chapter, that is your explosive and pyrotechnics. Now Explosive we already know. So what is the meaning of pyrotechnics? Basically it's your 9th chapter. So as we know that in the Diwali we use lots of type of crackers in order to celebrate the Diwali, as well as in our marriages and big functions we use crackers and all. So when we are doing production of crackers, as well as when we are manufacturing the crackers, so at that time which type of safety we need to implement? Okay, for example, if someone is there, okay, which is assigned a particular stadium to do any type of pyrotechnic activities, okay, so at that time what you need to do, okay, to ensure the safety of that particular crowd, because lots of people are sitting over there, okay, if something goes wrong means it can result a major fire. So what type of methodologies you can implement in order to make that particular show successful as well as safe? Okay, so you will learn here in chapter number 9, explosive and pyrotechnics. If we come to the chapter number 10, that is your nuclear energy and safety management, again very important and special chapter. You will be studying about nuclear safety, what is a nuclear material, what is radioactive materials, how nuclear power plant works, and what are the hazards, which is special hazards which is present in nuclear power plants, and how you can implement safety over there. So all these things you are going to study in this chapter. Now chapter number 11, if we see, it's your radiation hazard, and it is pretty much related to this chapter number 10, in which we have deal with the nuclear hazards. So in the radiation, as you know that they will tell you what is a radiation, how radiation occurs, what is nuclear fission, nuclear fusion, as well as what are all the nuclear materials available there, knowledge of periodic table, types of radiation, their effects, how you can control the particular radiation, what are the principles that we need to follow while using radiation in our workplaces and all, what are the meters and devices we have in order to measure that radiation level, okay, and how to carry out a radiation assessment and all. So all these things you are going to study here. Now if we check out the chapter number 12, that is environmental and environmental hazards. It means they will tell you what is environment, as well as different type of hazards which is caused by different industries in the environmental sector. Okay, these all things will be covered over there. If we come to the chapter number 13, that is your industrial safety analysis. Now we have seen the industrial safety management, but industrial safety analysis include your using of advanced as well as sophisticated tools in order to identify the hazards. For example, binary coding you will be using FTF, fault tree analysis, as well as event tree analysis. These type of tools you will be learning here, how to use them and how to utilize them effectively in order to ensure your safety of your organization. If we come to the chapter number 14, that is your process safety management in highly hazardous chemicals. As you know that when we are working in a chemical plant, so at that time safety is our foremost priority. Okay, so by implementing process safety management program, we can ensure the safety at a higher level. So they will tell you what is the meaning of process safety management and what are all the elements available there, what are highly hazardous chemicals, and how you can implement the safety over there, process safety management. Okay, now if we come to the chapter number 15, that is your protective measures and safety in chemical laboratories. It means if you are engaged in a chemical laboratory to work as a safety officer or as a safety guy, then how you can improve the safety of a laboratory. It means chemical laboratory when we are doing the experiments where lots of chemicals are stored in small quantities, sometimes in big quantities. So how you can make sure the safety of that particular lab. So it will be told you in chapter number 15. Okay, now if we come to the chapter number 16, that is your guiding principles and rules of safety management to prevent accident and disaster. It's a normal chapter, basically theoretical chapter, where they will tell you how you can prevent the accident and incident in your workplace, as well as what are the different principles. It means the theory which is given for the accidents and all. Okay, but there are basically lots of theories are there for accident, how accident occurs, accident dynamics and all. So all these things you are going to study in this particular chapter. If we come to the chapter number 17, it is your principle and procedures of safety in laboratories. Again, something basic about laboratory safety, because we think that laboratory safety is very easy, but in general it's very complex, because we have to develop a lots of SOPs for every chemical, how to use them, how to properly store that. After that we need to give too much of supervision to them, because if we are not giving means they will use chemical anyhow. So it becomes very sophisticated process too in order to manage that. Okay, so we will be covering that in chapter number 17. If we come to the chapter number 18, that is your safety handling and storage of chemicals. Now what is the meaning of that is, now in chapter number basically 18, we are going to study about safe handling and storage of chemicals. It means if we have a higher quantity of chemicals apart from laboratory, how we can store them, how we can transport them. Okay, what are the necessary conditions and information sources that we can accumulate in order to identify the information with regards to one specific chemicals and all. Okay, so all these things we are going to study over there. Now chapter number 19, if we see, it's your industrial waste handling and managing practices. if you are working in an industry and you have a lots of tons of waste which are generating on a regular basis, so how you can manage them, how you can treat them in to meet the government regulations and all. Okay, so this will be covered in chapter number 19. If we come to the chapter number 20, that is your industrial and chemical wastage characteristics and methods of treatment. Now they will tell you what are the common types of waste that came out from the industries and what are their characteristics, how much hazardous they are, how they looks. Okay, so all these things they will tell you, as well as how you can treat them, because every type of waste require different type of chemical treatment in order to properly treat that. So they will tell you all the things how you can treat with that. Now in chapter number 21, you are going to study about occupational health and industrial hygiene. Okay, generally what are the diseases that occurs in industries by the use of specific agents, as well as what is the meaning of industrial hygiene and how you can develop a proper industrial hygiene program in your organization. So all these things you are going to study in this chapter. Chapter number 22 will totally focus on disaster management. Okay, disaster management will be the total focus. They will tell you what is disaster, types of disaster, and what is the role of NDRF teams and all, and NDMA, MAH, what is that, everything about disasters and all. So this will be beneficial as a safety officer. Sometimes you may be needing that knowledge and all, so it will be very beneficial. Chapter number 23 will focus on first aid saves precious life. It means they will give you some basic understanding about first aid, what is basically a first aid, and what are the golden rules to do a first aid, and the things which are included in a first aid box and all. So all the important things are included there with regards to first aid. But yeah, one important thing, if you are studying that first aid particularly from this book, okay, so it may not be sufficient, because you need to undergo a practical training of first aid that will be provided by different institutes. Okay, so when you get a license, that will be a good for you for your job perspective, because everyone is looking for the certified guys, those who are certified in a particular domain or particular subject. Now chapter number 24 is your HWM, hazardous waste management, how you can manage the hazardous waste, how you can store, how you can transport. Chapter number 25, case study on accident and disaster in chemical industries, means they will again tell you what are the previous accidents happen in the industries and how we can take the learnings from them. Okay guys, so these are the basically 25 chapters. Now question comes here is, will this particular book is useful for you? Can you read this book? So guys, as per my opinion, it is one of the good book. Some chapters are useful, some are not useful, because as a safety professional, I don't think so we need a robust understanding on disaster management as well as security management. So sometimes they have given some extra information. If you want to learn chemical safety in depthly, so you can go for this book. So I'm not saying it is one of the best book, but yeah, you can tell it's a basic level book which can help you. Okay, so previously, as I told you, the cost of this book will be around 280 rupees. Now how you can buy this book is, so you have general two ways. First of all, from e-market you can visit to Flipkart as well as Amazon also. Otherwise you can just visit to the Khanna Publishers website and order this book. Okay, so it will be directly redirected to you. So you have two ways. You can go for this book if you want to learn chemical safety and something about safety in depthly. So this is the full analysis of this topic, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button as well as share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, so kindly subscribe it so you can get the notification of every single video that I upload. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day. God bless you all.